up, everybody? It's Joey, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make hardstyle techno like No Mercy. To go along with this video, you get the full template that you just heard in the intro. It's available at the top of the description on my website. Make sure to go grab that. I promise it's going to help you make the best track of your life today. Thank you so much for the support, everybody, and let's get started with the video. Alright, so we're at 150 BPM, which seems to be the most popular tempo for all of this kind of stuff in this new wave. First thing we got up here is the kick. So what we're doing here is we got this kick made up of this 909 and this one, which are the same thing, but you can see they're just being distorted a little differently. You can also see, to get a little bit more punch, I have this shaper going on the filter frequency here. It also kind of sounds good without that though, but I wanted to show you how to do that in case you're going for this type of kick. But yeah, so we got that. On the group there, we have a bit of saturation. And then there's this layer, which is just a kick that I'm high passing, so there's a little bit more click going on. And then we're converting the whole thing to mono. Then we have the screech. So what it is basically this pattern. You can see we're playing around with note lengths to get different grooves and stuff, and then it jumps down an octave. And then it goes back up again at the end there. But basically, yeah, it's a very simple sound as far as the notes go. For the sound though, what we're doing is we got two saw waves here. You can see they both have the sync turned on. We have this envelope 2 on the oscillator 1 sync, so it just jumps up right at the start there, you can see. And then envelope 3 on the oscillator pitches, but they're like slightly different. And that's a good way to get the screech, because the screech is coming from like almost losing the tuning with the saw wave, right? So if you put those at two different amounts on the pitch envelope, and this is why wavetable is so good for this, you can get a very interesting sound, right? So we got that. Then we have the noise unison all the way up. Here's without that, right? And then with it. So then we have the post-processing, which I'll turn off just so you can hear what it sounds like coming out of the synth. Then we're EQing it like that into this pedal. Reverb, and then a little OTT to really give it that, like, you know, push and that modern sort of thing, right? And then auto pan to make it sound sidechain to the kick. So then we got this little stab. So this is just playing the same note that this was playing, right? G sharp. We made this with wavetable. It's the sync digital. This is really good for these kinds of stabs. And you can see we got a bandpass filter, and there's an envelope on the oscillator 1 position. So basically on the sync, because that's what that's doing, right? And then we're distorting it and putting some reverb. So here's without this. Distortion. Reverb. You can see with something like this, the reverb is really good because it's so spaced out. And then we have a high pass filter. Then we got our T99 stab. Right? And that just pops in there every 4 bars or so and just does its thing, right? So it's just the T99 stab tuned to the key of the track, delay, reverb, auto pan, and then high pass. Really simple, right? These tracks, it's not a whole lot going on. It's just everything that is happening is filling up the frequency spectrum a lot. Then we got the hi-hats. So what we're doing here is we got this one. These are all from my Ultimate Hard Techno drum library. Right, we got that auto pan on there to make it bounce off the kick. We have this one. Nice and short. And then we have a ride. And that's got its own auto pan as well. On the group here of the hi-hats, we have a little bit of reverb. Now, I think this is important with these industrial, kind of harder tracks. For whatever reason, like, reverb on the hi-hats really helps to give it that sort of atmosphere you want. And then a little high pass so it won't get in the way of the kick. And there we are. So there it is. As you can see, it's got a lot of similarities to old hardstyle and raw style, but there's also a lot of modern stuff and a lot of techno stuff going on there as well. This new hybrid is very interesting and very cool to see where it's going. Hopefully you learned something. Make sure to let me know what you think of this video in the comments, and like this video as well as subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for the support, everybody. Make sure to grab the template from this video at the top of the description as well, and I'll see you tomorrow with another video.